So, very explosive story here. We haven't talked about Angel Reese in quite a while on the channel, but I imagine I'd pick up some new people here checking the video out, seeing what people are saying. I'm going to let people know right now, if you're sensitive, this is not the video for you. We're going to keep it real. I'm going to tell you where I think she was right. I'm going to tell you where I think she was wrong. And overall, what I think the fallout is going to be from quite an explosive article that was released by Annie Constable, and it was in support of Angel Reese speaking with the Chicago Tribune, and she basically dropped, Angel has an uncertain future in Chicago after publicly torching her teammates. This is on frontofficesports.com. We're going to pull it up for you guys to look at. I'm going to scroll down in just a second, but the overall gist of it was she buried her coaching staff, buried her teammates, buried, the moves that were made for the front office, and just the general idea of the organization itself, the, moves that need to be made. Now, a lot of us have called the Chicago Sky organization a disaster. We know about the lack of the training facility. Numerous players have come and gone through the years that have had issues with the office. Kalia Copper is one person that is on the record saying she will never, ever play for the Chicago Sky again. But man, some of these quotes are frosty, icy. And if I was a teammate of Angel Reese's and I'm reading this, we're going to have a discussion before we move forward. Stars of teams, calling out their front offices or their coaches. This isn't like some kind of new phenomenon or anything. So Angel's not really breaking ground in that case. But where I think it is different is in the WNBA, it just hasn't tended to go down like that. With her still being on a rookie deal, she really doesn't have, too many moves she can make except speaking up. Not like she can hold out. Requesting a trade would be interesting and kind of rare, and that ultimately may be her goal to, get moved from Chicago. But these comments and, this conduct that's, allegedly happening with Angel is being noticed around the league. And it's like, all right, do you really want to blow whatever you have going on up to bring in, Angel Reese and everything that comes with it? So Angel was quoted as saying, I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously I might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me. But while I am here, I'm going to try to stay open-minded about what I have here and maximize that as much as I can. From there, Reese dissected the Sky's roster, calling out specific teammates by name. She was quoted multiple times as saying, "We need great players," a source told Front Office Sports, and she said she wants Marsh to coach the team harder. She questioned whether point guard Courtney Vandersloot was capable of returning to form at the age she's at. Nasty. After tearing her ACL 7 games into the season, she went on to say, "We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before." Obviously, Vandersloot, her career is probably up in the air at this point with that ACL. Kind of a low shot to take at somebody that is respected around the league. A lot of people say she's going to be a Hall of Famer, pretty beloved in a lot of organizations, 5-time All-Star. There's her accolades are accolades. Obviously, that's interesting to just say like that. Also, according to the report on here, it says Reese says she doesn't believe her teammates Rachel Banham or Haley Van Lith are capable of leading a playoff team. That is very interesting. Especially when it comes to Haley Van Lith, because you all remember on draft night when Haley Van Lith had that awkward look on her face, and a lot of people raised this point and, got shouted down and said, you're just trying to start trouble. You don't know what you're talking about with, Haley having to play in Chicago with Angel. And, it looks like there's something to that, whatever that relationship may be. Now, Angel's saying that, believing that her teammates are not capable of leading a playoff team. I'm sorry, what playoff team has Angel Reese ever led? They have 9 wins this year. They didn't make the playoffs last year. I'd love to know. Sounds like a skill issue to me. The Chicago Sky locker room went up in flames last season with the departure of the coach, with the departure of Marina Mabrey via trade. Kennedy Carter was not back. And in the offseason, they made these drastic moves like getting away from the youth and trying to speed up this team when obviously they're trying to build around the big, two big players, in Angel and Camilo Cardoso. Getting the number 3 pick and just saying, yeah, we don't need a young, player here at this spot that we will have under team control for 4 years. We're going to trade her for somebody that's been in the league for years and years and years in Arrow Atkins. Not a smart move. Further down the column, they say multiple sources told Front Office Sports that the entire team has seen her comments and teammates are unhappy with the direct attacks and they plan to address Reese directly. Good. Let's get it on the table. If I was somebody that was on the Chicago Sky organization and I wasn't going to say anything to Angel Reese after that, then that's just like, I don't know. I don't think you should be in the league. Like, you got to stand up for yourself. Like, what made you think it was smart to go to the media like this? And other teams are taking notice of this stuff, as multiple WNBA execs characterize Reese's comments on our teammates as unprecedented. They further say, while conversations about roster construction and necessary changes happen frequently internally, it's rare for a player to air them publicly. It's just not smart. Do you think this will drive people to actually want to come play with Angel Reese? Angel says, the team needs to be overhauled this season around the 2 solidified pieces, herself and Camilo Cardoso. I would disagree. I feel like one of them needs to go. Doesn't matter which one, really, because if you are building an offense around 2 bigs who cannot hit perimeter shots, you are going to need better spacing. You are going to need more than just a point guard playmaker, as I've seen people try to boil this down to. You are going to need wings who can shoot. You are going to need to trade one of them. And it looks like Angel is quietly campaigning for it to be her, which she's right about a lot of this stuff. The team is sorry. They made a number of bad moves in the offseason. But the bad moves just didn't start this last offseason. I would have never drafted those 2 together in Cardoso and Reese. Now, Angel has a motor. She's an all-star. She is, played very hard the last 2 years. It hasn't always, worked out for the team success. And she made the all-star team last year pretty comfortably. This year, she kind of had to step it up a little bit closer to the All-Star game to make the All-Star team. If I was a Chicago Sky, I would not be happy about all this hitting. It's already a lost season. You have to enter free agency and try to sign some more people. And Angel Reese is publicly raking not only you over the coals, but the coach you chose, and basically said everyone else has to go. For me, I feel like Angel has opened up a wide open door for retaliation here, for people to start talking to the media about Reese's conduct, for the organization to use their contacts to basically, bury her. And it's going to be a lot more solid than a lot of the Angel Reese stuff that comes out where it's, people are just being mean to Angel Reese. No, this stuff is going to have some teeth to it. Multiple league sources said, the view is some franchises will weigh her skills on the court against her conduct off of it. Now, what does that mean? This could be anything. This could be workout habits. This could be, interpersonal stuff. This could be leadership. This could be stuff we have no idea about. Multiple league execs have also shared the view that I have had of Angel Reese, where they say she would be the 3rd or 4th option on a championship contending team. So whatever the moves are, they feel like they're a piece away from being a piece away. And I feel like that's a very accurate assessment of her peak and skill set. People can throw the double-doubles at me and everything else like that, but the shooting percentage and the stylistic play of Angel Reese does not lend itself to her being the number 1 option on a championship team in this league. You are going to need someone who can hit a 3. You're going to need someone who shoots a way higher percentage around the rim. Now, yes, Angel has improved her percentages somewhat from her rookie season, but it's still not where it would need to be for a big like that. I look at the skills and I see, man, if you put 2 other superstars there, and then she was the 3rd person that you just couldn't account for, that's a dangerous team. A team with Angel Reese as his number 1 option will end up 12th in the league. I don't think she's wrong for using her voice. Now, the tack that she took with it, I think it was a little rough. I think it was a little heavy-handed. And quite frankly, it's very dramatic. It's amazing that Angel has lended credence to a lot of the stuff that a lot of folks have believed about, the Chicago Sky team. that now will be basically all the times everybody got shouted down for sharing these sentiments. They kind of have to hear it from Angel directly. I find that interesting. I would have never have done this if I was her. This can get you the label of being a locker room cancer. This can make people not want to play with you in the future. This can make your entire organization quit on you now. I know the season's almost over, but you don't want to go out like this. I promise you don't. So anyway, what do you guys think of all this stuff with Angel Reese here? Are the demands that she's making legit? Does it feel like they need even more pieces? Do you think Angel Reese can be the best player on a championship team? Let me know in the comments. I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace. This is One Lifetime.